Hi, and welcome back to my channel, fam. If you're new here, I'm Shannon, and this is World Peace Tarot. I'm back at it again with another pick a card reading. Okay, this time we're doing What Do People Love About You? Alright, what do people love about you? What do people find attractive about you? Alright, we got pile number 1 here with the rose quartz. Okay. We got pile number 2 with the fool's gold. Right? And pile number 3 with the red tiger's eye. Okay? So use your intuition to pick which pile resonates best with you, and then look down in the description box below to find your timestamp, and I'll see you there. Alright, and welcome to your reading, pile number 1. If you picked this beautiful chunk of rose quartz, then this is your reading, and welcome to your What Do People Love About You reading. What do people find attractive about you? Okay, we got some channel messages here we're going to save to the end. Alright, and I'm using these little Betsy Johnson cards, or Betsy Page cards that I got at like a yard sale or flea market type thing. So right off the bat, I get the people are really drawn to your legs. People are really drawn to your legs. So whether you're male or female, you might be very tall. Okay? And people find that very attractive about you. We got the 6 of Swords here. You don't let things hold you back, or you don't stay in turbulent moods for a long time. Like if things aren't going well in your life, you move forward, right? You move to calmer waters. You don't stay in the drama. You don't stay in the mess. If people come to you with gossip, you move on. You don't have time for that. And that's something that people really like about you, is that you have the capability to follow your intuition and listen to how you feel and let that guide you, and not worry about the chaos and conflict that's going around you. Yeah, you're very good at making choices, making decisions to follow your heart. And with the Lovers here, you might be a Gemini. I'm getting that you're a very loving, caring person. You might have your heart chakra maybe opening, and people really are seeing that about you, right? Your heart. You're really learning how to love unconditionally. Yourself, and then you can learn to be that way with others as well. The 3 of Wands in the reverse. So people really appreciate your optimism. Like, even if your plans don't always work out and things don't always go your way, you may have high plans or high hopes for a situation, but it helps people get through tough times. Like, even if things don't plan out exactly the way you hoped that they did, or if things they don't turn out the way that you had hoped, people still appreciate that you came up with a plan, that you put forth effort, that you were optimistic about it, right? People appreciate that about you. Again, you could be a Libra or have strong Libra placements in your chart. A new romantic cycle begins. And be bold and make the first move. So yeah, people really love that you're fresh, you're new, right? You don't stay in this stagnant area, energy for long. If something's not working, you move on. You're always moving on to greener pastures, right? You're keeping yourself balanced in your romance life and in all areas of your life. You make moves, right? If something's not working out, you go forward. You make a choice and you're bold and you make the first move, even if it doesn't always work out. And people love that about you. You're always moving on to the new, fresh things in your life. You're always keeping it fresh. Okay. I will never get there. I will never get there, so I will enjoy my journey. I love that. And people love that about you. I'm trying to tell you, people love that about you. That you just enjoy where you're at, no matter what's going on, right? With this being very optimistic, enjoying the ride there. It's not about the destination, right? You cannot ever get it done because you cannot ever cease to be. And you can never halt your awareness, yet out of our awareness will be born another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion, and expansion is the potential for unspeakable joy. Okay, my beautiful pile number ones, remember that you are always expanding, and there is always potential for more joy. People love this about you, this energy that you radiate. You could be at a music festival, pouring down rain, and everyone's sitting in their tent like, man, we picked the worst weekend to go. And you're like, no, like, this is the best thing ever. Like, let's have a drink. Let's play spin the bottle. Let's like whatever. Like, that's just a very out there scenario, okay? But that's what I'm saying people love about you, right? It could be any situation. You're a half glass, half full type of person. That's really coming through here. Mentor is your archetype. So your ideas may not always plan out the way you want them to, but they guide people. They serve people, right? You're always a person to make the first move. You're always starting new beginnings. You're a pioneer in the eyes of your peers and the people around you. You are someone who is objective and non-biased and a very good listener. Okay? And you're good at turning a shitty situation into a good one. You're good at moving out of turbulent waters into calmer waters. You provide like a shelter for people, like you're a wing, right? What's that saying? You shield people with your wing. You take people under your wing, that's what I'm saying. In situations, right? And you help people take leaps of faith in new directions because you're bold and you make moves. And because you do that, you help the people around you do that also. Unfinished symphony in the reverse. I feel like let's see here. and here and now in the reverse. I feel like people really love that you don't take people's BS either here with this unfinished symphony. You don't go round and round with people, right? When something's not working or when something is not right, you call that person out or you call BS, right? You don't let things keep going round and round in circles. You're the type of person who breaks cycles, breaks chains, evolves, elevates. Like, you don't keep repeating old patterns, and people really like that about you. And people also really like that this escapism type thing, right? The fact that if a shitty situation is happening, right, you can really escape that, right? You can, not that, like, it is important to be present and to be here now, yes. But what people really like about you is that you can escape an unpleasant situation, right, by creating a positive mood within inside yourself to change the situation around you. And that's magic, baby. And people love that about you. We got two more. Let's move these over here like that. Okay. We have 13, which is the death card. It says, the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Okay. But what I really think this is saying is that you're a very dedicated and loyal person. You stick to your decisions and you don't waver, right? You also don't procrastinate. And people really like that about you, right? Like I said, like, you're always, or I don't know if I said this, but I got the feeling with this unfinished symphony and this Six of Swords, in addition to this death card, I feel like you're always moving on to greener pastures, right? You don't, it's like you're not going to stick around in a situation that's not working out, right? You're going to change the situation or remove yourself from it completely. And people really value that about you. They really love that about you. You're mature. You're a very mature person due to the life that you've had. And that's why you're a great mentor. And you're also not the type of person that can have the rug pulled out from under them, right? Possibly because you've had that done to you a lot in the past. And it's like, that doesn't happen anymore. And people know that. And they like that about you. Like I said, you're somebody dedicated and loyal, somebody that is non-objective and non-biased, and that people really feel that they can talk to. Okay, what else do we got here? And the Three of Fire, abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Again, we got the Three of Wands here again. What did some of my channeled messages fell? Okay. So yeah, your ability to plan and manifest, your ability to see the abundance in all things, right? The way you're able to change, turn an unlikely situation around, or simply just let it go and move on to something better, right? People love that about you. They see your value. Okay? gratitude, adventures, the comfort. So people are really grateful for the comfort that you give them, right? The friends, the family members, the people in your life, the coworkers, you're a very comforting person. The way, like I said, the way that you have the ability to move on when things aren't working out, or the way you have the ability to change the situation entirely, right? By how you respond to a situation, right? You're able to escape a situation and create a pleasant one, right? You're able to create heaven on earth in an unlikely situation, or you're able to see the glass half full when others may see it half empty. And people are grateful for that because you give them a new perspective. Okay? And adventures. People are grateful for the adventures that you take them on. You may be a teacher, you may be a mentor or a guidance counselor or something like that, but if not, you're just a really adventurous, fun person, right? You're that friend who likes to go out, go on hikes, go out of their comfort zone, and people are really grateful for that because you push them out of their comfort zone, right? You make them feel comfortable, and yet you push them out of their comfort zone at the same time. Okay? And the people around you in your life right now, they really love you because you're a loving person, and they are really grateful for the times that they've spent with you. Okay? That's from someone specific. Okay? They're really grateful for the adventures. Okay? The walks, you're just a good time. My pile ones are just a good time. Not only are you a good listener and someone to talk to, and your heart chakra is wide open, but you are just all about roundabout great time. People love going out with you, and you're a fun person to be around. All right, pile number 1. That's all I got for you. Let's move it on to pile number 2. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this pile and the Fool's Gold, um, then this is your reading and welcome. Let's take a look into what people love about you. Okay, we got some channeled messages here. We're going to save till the end. All right, but with this pie right off the bat, I'm getting the feeling that you like to take care of yourself, right? You might like makeup or wearing nice clothes or something of that nature, and people really like how stylish you are or how well kept you are, how well you take care of yourself is attractive to people. And also, I get like a shielding and protective energy from the Fool's Gold. So people may love that about you also. All right here. So again, I'm getting, you're very stylish here. When it comes to how you dress and stuff, you think outside the box. You don't really follow the norms of what people or society say, although you are very fashionable, and most people would say that you are fashionable. All right. All right, we got the High Priestess here and the Two of Coins. So people would say that what they really love about you, for one, you're very good at making decisions when it comes to your investments. And you can juggle multiple tasks at once here with the Two of Coins. People love that you are very balanced here with the High Priestess. Um, this is Cancer energy. This is Moon energy. So your moon sign may be in Cancer. You may have Cancer strong in your chart somewhere. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But overall, people love how intuitive you are. You may be a bit mysterious, right? And people love that about you. You're not the type of person who's into small talk, right? You like deep in conversations. You like diving deep with people, and people love that about you. Like I said, you're a bit mysterious. You're a bit secretive, right? There's things to uncover about you, and people find that very intriguing. Also, I'm picking up that people are curious about like your sex life or like how you are in the sheets or whatever. Like you give off this vibe of like you got this hidden sexual nature. Like you're regardless of your gender. It's like, what's that saying? Lady on the streets, freak in the sheets. Like you give off that vibe, regardless of your gender. Like you have this hidden sexual nature. But overall, I feel like people really think that you're a good teacher and that you're like in control of your life. You got like this subtle power to you, right? This non-aggressive, nurturing touch, right? You're in touch with your subconscious mind, and because of that, it makes you a good advisor and counselor to like your friends and family, and people really love that about you. We got the Seven of Coins. Again, you're really good at planting the seeds, right? Having good ideas, preparing, planning, getting ready for your future plans. You don't just sit around and wait for things to get done, right? You plant the seeds necessary in order for your path to unfold the way you have planned it to, intended it to. We got the Three of Swords here in the reverse. So people really love the fact that you are able to bounce back, right? They really love that you don't let anything hold you back. You've dealt with heartbreak in the past, right? There's been people who deceived you or lied to you or just all around in general have broken your heart, and you don't let that get you down or not for long, right? You move on, right? You don't sit around crying over spilt almond milk for months and months and months, right? You go through the healing process, you learn from the situation, and you move on so that you're wiser moving forward. And you're a great example for people in that way. When people see how strong you are moving forward, it helps them. It helps them be strong moving forward. It's time to take action in the reverse. Okay. And conclusions are within reach. So people really like that. Yes, you plant the seeds. Yes, you're a go-getter and you take action, but it's that mystery about you too that people love. Like, you know exactly when it's time to step back and wait, right? You know when the seeds are planted and you've taken the inspired action, and now you know it's just time to wait and let it unfold. You know when the conclusions are in reach. Like you've planted the seeds and now you're just waiting for it to happen. You've done all you can do. You know when it's time to step back, right? And just wait. There's no point in stressing out about it. And people think, oh, like, what is pile number 2 doing? Like, I haven't seen them in days. Like, You know what I mean? It's like you've been planning, you've taken a step back, and now you're just kind of, working, living your life, um, waiting for things to happen, um, that are going to happen because you've taken the inspired action, you've done the planning. Um, and this is very mysterious to people because to them it seems like things happen overnight for you. There is enough room for all ideas and all experiences. It's beautiful. From your non-physical perspective, you understood that there is room enough in this expansive universe for all matter of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experience and your own creations, but you had no intention of trying to control the creation of others. So just remember, let's see here. So yeah, one thing that people really love about you is that you've got this mentality of there's enough to go around, right? Like there's enough for everybody. Like I said, you're a very intuitive person. You're a good advisor for some people in your life. Like they come to you for advice. Um, and you give off this essence that it's like there's enough to go around for everybody, right? There's a bit of gold for everyone in this world. There's a piece of the pie for everybody, right? And it's like you may be doing something that a lot of people do and you're still successful at it. And I feel like you give people hope that that if there's something they want to do that other people are doing too, that they still can be successful in it. Like they have their own spin that they put on things. Like no one can recreate exactly how you do it, right? So it's like, just like me reading tarot, there's tons of people on the internet who read tarot, but nobody can do it exactly how I do it. Right? And it goes the same for this vibe that you're giving off to people that people absolutely love. You give people hope, right? That there's enough of the piece of the pie to go around for everyone, right? And you don't try to control the situation of others. It's like you plant the seeds, you stop, you watch, you wait for them to unfold. You don't force anything, right? And if something's not working out, you learn and you move on from it. Ooh, look at that. I love that. Your archetype here is the poet. Okay. So one thing that people really love about you is you're very articulate with your words, right? You're very poetic, right? But like I said about being an advisor to people, your words are very healing. And you deliver them in such a artistic, poetic way where people just want to listen to you. Let's read out the book what that means. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not to be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within all of us, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy emerges and is present, there is a call for a deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It is possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Wow. So, right off the bat, what I'm getting for you is that people really love how clairvoyant you are. They love how wise you are and how timeless that you are, right? They really love that about you. You help people when they're in dark places, or you take a dark situation, you shed light on it to help people in the future. And you do it in a poetic way. And people love that about you. You got come to the edge. And to be fair in the reverse. So let's see here. So with this come to the edge, I really feel as though people really love that you have the courage to take a leap of faith and overcome fear, right? You accept risk. You'll accept the risk involved and go as far as it's needed. You have a lot of courage. You'll stand up to things that you believe are unfair, right? If you think that something's not balanced, right, you will push it. You will push what people say is the rule or people say is the law. You will push it. You will come to the edge and take a risk on something if you don't think that something is fair. And people love that about you, right? You'll stand up for something. It's that poet in you. All right, let's see what the angels have to say. Page of Water, sensitive, artistic, friendly, a new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Okay. Again, we got water energy here. All right, so again, what people really love about you, same thing I was saying with this High Priestess here. People really love your intuitiveness, right? Your knowing when to risk it, knowing when to stand up, but also knowing when to take a step back, knowing when you've taken all the action needed and the conclusions are within reach. Like you don't have to keep going, right? You know when to push it, and then you know when to stop, and then you know when to shed light on something, right? When it needs to be shared with the world, even if the world doesn't want to see it, you know when it's time to show it. Awakening. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. What we got here? The Hangman. Okay. So you really lead by example here. You really show restraint when restraint is needed, right? At times, you may tend to do more for others than you're receiving back, okay? And of course, people love that about you. But it might be something that you just need to be careful about. But for the most part, you know when it's time to take a break and pull back, right? That's why the Hermit card's showing up for you. You're beautiful, intuitive, sensitive, artistic person, right? You're very mysterious to people. They don't know how you do what you do, how you know when to take action, how you know when to take a step back. The way you stand up when things are not fair. People wish they had the ability to do that. And then not only do you stand up about it, you talk about it and you share it. You really care about balancing things out. We got 2 2s here. You really care about balancing things out, partnering up, co-creating. Okay. Here's another 2. 38 breaks down to a 2. But we also got 7s here. So we got 2s, we got 7s. So you are somebody who seeks answers, someone who seeks truth. You're wise, you're very deep. People love this. You're spiritual. You're good at gathering and filtering information. That way you can shine your light on hidden truths. People love your curiosity. All right, do I have one more? I feel like I should have one more. All right, let's get to channeled messages I have for you. We got trails. Let me get my thing here. Let's see what we got. We got trails, wisdom, breathe, Caribbean, trails, wisdom, sacred, trails to freedom, Caribbean. So we got trails, wisdom, say, breathe, friend, Caribbean. So what I think people really love about you is that, like I was saying, your wisdom. It's like you lead people down a path of higher knowing, of higher wisdom. And people really love that, right? You really help people to just through a situation, right? You help them escape maybe a negative situation here and make them feel like they're in a better place with this Caribbeans here. It's like you really help people. You may say things like, just breathe, right? And maybe something you say to people is just breathe through it, or just meditate and take yourself out of this situation into a calmer one, right? People, you may be tan. You might have tan skin here. You might be stylish with tan skin. Doesn't have to be, but I'm picking up on that. All right. So yes, people really love the fact that you lead them down trails of wisdom and you really help them to just breathe in and out. You do that for your friends. You're very calming to them, okay? And you may have tan skin. People really love that about you, all right, with this Caribbean. But if not, it's just saying you really help people escape maybe like dark negative thoughts and help them escape into a better feeling place where they feel like they found paradise for a minute, or heaven on earth, and they're not so sad anymore because you help them escape that feeling by walking them down trails of wisdom and helping them breathe by saying, hey friend, just breathe through it. That's you. And I love that. I need you in my life when I get stressed out. All right. That was your reading, pile number 2. Thanks for tuning in with me, and let's move it on to pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. If you picked this red tiger stone crystal, then this is your pile, and welcome to your reading. Okay, we got some channel messages we're going to save here till the end. Right off the bat, with this red tiger's eye, I'm getting the feeling that people really love your confidence and your self-esteem. You're very, red tiger's eye helps with healing your sex drive. All right. Um, by helping like send energy through the lower organs up through the rest of the body. So I feel like people really love your sexuality and maybe how sexy you are. All right. So one thing that people really love about you is your ability to surprise them or shock them. See her face? She just looks like she's trying to shock someone or surprise someone. Um, and I feel like you have that value, that shock value with people, right? Like I was saying with that tiger's eye, like just like that sex appeal, right? It may be shocking for some people, but for most, it's what they love about you. You're different. You're unique. Um, you turn heads, and that's something that the people around you love about you. You're uniquely different. We got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. You don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Um, and if something's burdening you, you know exactly when to put that down here. Um, with the Page of Swords, um, you're very intellectual. You're all about taking the steps necessary for transformation, right? You're all about higher learning and higher knowledge. Like, you're not going to settle in stagnancy, right? Um, you move forward with whatever you're trying to create or evolve. You're a very curious person. You're a very beautiful person. You transform situations for yourself. Um, with the Page of Swords here, you may be really good at discovering things or finding out truths. The Page of Swords, he or she is a bit of a little spy guy. Doesn't mean that you are, a spy or nosy or anything, but it does mean that you're very good at seeking out truth, seeking out answers, finding clarity in situations in order to transform a situation. And people love that about you. You're not going to be distracted with burdens. You're very focused. The Lovers, yes, you're very good at making a decision. You're good at decision making. We got Gemini energy here. But with the swords, you could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay. Um, but you're good at making decisions, right? You don't stall when it comes to making decisions about your authenticity, right? You'll put down anything that's burdening you in order to follow your heart, follow your truth, in order to transform, in order to grow. Um, you're also good at working with others, right? I'm getting with these two snakes here. You're very balanced. Person. You're good at co-creating here with the Lovers. Um, you're also a very romantic person. You're passionate, um, and you're charming. And people love that about you. You're peaceful, and you know, you like to see the good in people, right? Sometimes you may tend to have rose-colored goggles on, but people love that you see the good in them and that you work well with other people. I see you're a very beautiful person. People think that you're very beautiful, and that not only are you beautiful, but you appreciate the finer things in life, right? That's why you may be a bit stylish, or it may be outside the box. Like, you may shock people with your style, but all in all, people appreciate it. They appreciate your uniqueness. And the fact that you don't stand alone. You like to work with others. You work well with others, and people really like working with you. Um, and you're not a cheat, right? You're not a cheat. You're not a type of person who sleeps around, sleeps with tons of people, or dates a lot of people. Like, you like to be with one person. Like, if you're not in a committed relationship, you're looking for your soulmate, and people respect that about you. If you are in a committed relationship, people look up to your relationship like commitment goals, right? They look up to it like, you know, it like power couple, right? And like a twin flame relationship, like your relationship helps people raise their vibration and find their true love also. Um, I'm getting that strongly here. Um, you're very focused on union. Yeah. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And hold your vision here. Fixed moon. So yeah, again, people really like that you know when to put something down. When something's not working out for you, you know when it's time to release something, right? Because you have a vision and you're great at manifesting, right? You know when you need to release something and hold your vision, right? So people really like that about you. You're good at co-creating. You know when something's not working and you need to let go of it, right? In order for what you're trying to make happen in your life to manifest. And you help other people do that. By manifesting and co-creating, you're helping other people, and people really love that about you. There is an evolutionary value to my personal preferences. Do not underestimate the value of your preferences, for the evolution of your planet depends on those of you on the leading edge of thought. Continue to fine-tune your desires, and the contrast or variety provides the perfect environment for the formation of your personal preferences. All right. So you're really a leader here, right? People really look at you like you're on the leading edge of thought, like you have the next best idea. And people really love that about you. That's why people really want to co-create with you. Um, and the contrast in life, right? When things don't go your way, the things that you got to let go of, the things you need to release, but they just help you hold your vision, right? You see the contrast and the variety that these things provide for your life. And it helps you fine tune your desires by realizing what you need to release and what you need to let go of. You're a leader in your community. You're good at doing this, and people love that about you. The siren. Let's take a look into the book and see what that means for you. Okay, the siren. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is something irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to the place where lessons are learned and courage must be railed to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option unless, like a dais, We bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. So this really goes along with what I was saying about this red jasper, right? And your sensuality. Look, it almost looks like that red jasper right there. Wow, pile number 2. But it's really speaking on your awakened sensuality, right? Your absorption, your arousal, right? You really express your sexuality and you don't care. And it helps people wake people up that it's not that big a deal. Like, it's fun to be sexy and love yourself and express yourself the way that you want to. And people shouldn't make it so goddamn taboo, right? And people love that about you. Okay, let's move this one over here. Loyal heart. And you better believe you are. You are a loyal person, a co-creator, right? Like, don't get it twisted, pile number 2. People may love your sexuality, your individuality, the way you turn heads, but don't get it twisted. People know that you're a loyal heart, okay? People see your value. This is reminding me of the lovers so much here, okay? This is really going along with what I was saying about you being romantic and passionate, right? Enthusiastic, a good co-creator. We got breathe. Number 29. Okay. So, yes, this goes along with really knowing when to step back, put down burdens, right? Breathe through a situation. Because you're able to take a step back at times, right? You're able to take a step back and pay attention to your thoughts so that you can realize what you need to release, to hold your vision. People really love that about you, that you know when to take a break, you know what to let go of. You wouldn't know what to let go of if you weren't good at meditation. You weren't good at quieting your thoughts and breathing through situations in order to hold your vision, in order to know what vision to hold. You feel me? Scoot, scoot, scoot. Okay. King of Earth. Generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. Wow, pile number 2. Your peers and the people around you think you have the Midas touch. Okay. You're a very practical person. You're very down to earth, okay? Again, this king energy, this loyal energy. You may be very sensual, you may be very sexual and unique, and you may turn people's heads, right? You may have different hair or different style, right? You may like to dress provocative, something of that nature, but you're a highly successful person and you're a very loyal person, despite how you may look like by face cover or book's cover. Like, if people just judged you by the way they looked at you, they might think that you're quirky or outside the box or a very sexual person or something of that nature. But when people get to know you, they really appreciate the fact that you're so different, that you're so unique, and you're so loyal. 5 of Cups. Things not turning out the way you have hoped. Seeing the positive in a situation. crying over spilt vegan milk. Okay? So, again, people love the fact that you can breathe through a situation. Okay? You can walk away from a situation, right? If you're not seeing the positive in a situation and you realize that this is just spilt milk, I can't get the milk back into the cup and bake a cake with it. I just have to buy more milk, right? I just have to start over. I have to let go of that spilt milk, that spilt vegan milk. I have to just let it go. There is no mopping it up, putting it into the cup and trying to make a cake with it. No, I have to let it go and I have to buy more milk. I have to walk away from what has spilled. Okay? So metaphorically, in life, that's what people love about you. You know when to walk away from something which is no longer serving you in order to invest in what does matter to you. All right, let's get your channel messages here. My sexy pile number 2s. Into the wild, 2, between, 2, comfort, 8. What's under here? Comfort. Be between 2 expeditions. You find comfort into the wild. Okay? Be between 2 expeditions. So if you may have 2 things that you're working on right now. You may be living between 2 worlds here, right? Maybe having a good time, but also focusing on your work, focusing on your path, breathing through a difficult situation. So you may be between 2 plans, 2 expeditions, you may be planning a trip, you may be planning an expedition, and you may be in between worlds right now, not quite where you want to be, okay? But people see that you're working on 2 different projects or that you're torn between 2 different things, right? And they find comfort in knowing that you're working on lots of things, right? And that you find comfort in getting out. I don't know what Spirit's trying to say, into the wild. You know when to walk away and to get out into nature, right? Into the wild, into the unknown. Like you will throw yourself into a situation that is unknown to you or that you're not sure of in order to, go on an expedition and find new things, new knowledge, new knowing. You're always searching for higher knowledge, right? With that Page of Swords here, you're wanting to stay up to date, right? You're wanting to stay on the leading edge, right? You're always learning, you're always growing, you're always going out and wanting to learn more. You're never done evolving, right? And that's what people love about you. You're on the leading edge because you're always throwing yourself into the wild. You're always throwing yourself into the unknown. You're always in between 2 worlds to create the one which you want, right? In order to live a comfortable life, right? In order to live a comfortable life, you're always going in between the situations to find the underlying meaning. All right, pile number 2. That was awesome. Let's move it on to pile number 3. Actually, I take that back. Pile number 3, that was amazing. And that was the last pile. So if you enjoyed this, check out my other readings. Feel free to check out my other readings. Drop me a like, comment, and subscribe. Okay? If you'd like to catch me in my next reading, hit the little bell notification. You'll be notified on my next one. All right? Love and light.